Number 5. The painting of a paranormal photograph. Painted in the early 90s by artist Laura P. of a paranormal photograph that was taken by James Kidd depicting a stagecraft in Tombstone, Arizona. After it was developed, he noticed something perched on a log left of the wagon, a figure that was not present when the photo was taken. But even more bizarre was the fact that the figure was missing its head. After hearing the story from Kidd in person, she created the painting on a 16 by 20 inch oil painting of the photo. Just only after starting it, she says she felt unease as to why she chose this subject. Upon finishing it, she went to a local business and hung it in the office. Only after 3 days, she was called back to remove it, as many employees claimed the painting was moving on its own, causing papers to go missing and making others feel uncomfortable. Laura took the painting along with her husband to their new home and began to experience paranormal activity, such as mysterious leaks, spilled salt, broken gate, broken glasses, and a starfish being thrown off the wall in the garage. After Laura told her friends about the painting, one of her friends doubted her story and demanded to see the canvas with her own eyes. Upon seeing it, she just laughed at it, which was a big mistake on her part. According to Laura, that night at my friend's house, a clock that had been hung on the wall for 40 years fell down and broke into 100 pieces. Finally, a friend took photos of the painting and took them home, laid them out on the table to examine them. After going outside, he saw a white hazy figure with its head missing. He then immediately got rid of the photos. Laura now regrets painting the paranormal story stagecoach and now wants to destroy it. Number 4. Portrait of Bernardo del Galvez. Located in the downstairs hallway at the Hotel Galvez in Galveston, Texas, hangs the portrait of Bernardo del Galvez, Spanish military leader who aided American forces in their quest for independence during the Revolutionary War. The town Galveston is named after his name Galvez. Galvez, at the age of 40, died on November 30th, 1786 in New Spain of the Kingdom of Mexico. Before we go into the painting, first, the hotel. The Hotel Galvez, built in 1911, went through a lot of history such as gambling during the late 40s through early 50s, even going through Hurricane Ike in 2008, which caused lower areas to flood. Over 6,000 Galveston Island residents died. The Galvezes were referred to as the playground of the Southwest, where mostly wealthy socialists, businessmen, and celebrities come to stay. American presidents such as Franklin D. Roosevelt, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and Lyndon N. Johnson stayed at the hotel. Now the painting. It has long been claimed that this painting harbors his ghost. Strange phenomenon has been associated with this painting. Numerous guests and employees claim that the painting's eyes follow them up and down the hallway. Cold spots around the painting, and the sudden unease when near it. One weird aspect is the painting does not like it when you take its picture without its permission. People claim after taking a photo, it will come out blurry, show orbs, fogs, streaks, even ghostly skeletal images. Only after asking permission, photographs will come out clear. This was tested out by the paranormal team Strangetown, who were surprised to see their photos come out blurry. Only till asking permission, their photos came out clear. This is something you don't see every day. Number 3. The Dead Mother. Painted by Edvard Munch, artist famous for his painting The Scream. Edvard Munch was overall a fairly dark individual. Munch said himself his artwork in his typical dour way. Sickness and madness and death were the black angels who watched over my cradle. In his childhood, Munch was driven nearly insane by his upbringing in his house. His mother and sister died from tuberculosis when he was 5 years old. He was raised by his abusive, religious fanatic of a father soon after. The dead mother seems to reflect the angst, despair, and insanity Munch endured during his life. These elements formed together that created a work of art that the dead mother is disturbing to look at. In the painting depicts a young girl with her back turned to a bed which her dead mother lies. The little girl holds a wide-eyed expression with her hands to her ears as a disbelief that her mother in the painting is dead. If that's not creepy, then this is. People who own the painting claim the girl's eyes follow them, that the sheets on the mother's bed would move or rustle on their own. Some report the little girl's apparition would leave the painting altogether. Number 2. The Anguish Man. This particular painting is disturbing to look at. First glance, it looks like a skinless human who was tormented in hell. This painting was owned by Sean Robinson's grandmother, who kept it in the attic for 25 years. His grandmother made odd claims of the painting. The artist mixed his own blood into the painting when he created it. After it was completed, he committed suicide. The grandmother claimed that voices could be heard, screaming, crying when viewed. Even a threatening shadow could be seen around it. In 2010, Sean inherited the painting after his grandmother's death. After hanging up the Anguish Man, Sean's son was pushed down the stairs by unseen hands. His wife felt something stroke her hair and poltergeist activity around the house, such as screaming and crying. The same activity Sean's grandmother experienced when she owned the Anguish Man. The Anguish Man gained notoriety from a video that Sean set up to catch any poltergeist activity and uploaded what he caught onto YouTube. Some people believe the video is fake, some believe it's real. Take a look and decide for yourself. Number 1. The Hands Resist Him. This piece of art is billed as the most haunted painting in the world. Painted by Bill Stoneham in 1972 while he was living in California with his first wife. He was contracted to paint 2 works of art per month for gallery owner Charles Feingarten. He created the Hands Resist Him based on a photo of himself when he was 5 years old, and titled it after a poignant poem his wife written about how he was never knew his biological parents and was adopted. In the painting depicts a young boy standing next to a creepy looking female doll in front of a glass door with floating hands on the other side. According to Stoneham, the boy is himself at 5 years old. The doorway represents a barrier between the waking world and the dream world. The doll represents a guide through the doorway into fantasy. The hands were all the possibilities, leaving the question, are these disembodied? Are they dismembered, floating in space, or connected to bodies? The painting was then displayed at the Feingarten Gallery in Beverly Hills. Only then it caught the attention of actor John Marley, who played Jack Woltz in The Godfather, who purchased it soon after. Within 1 year, 3 people died after coming in contact with the painting. Art critic Seldis, gallery owner Feingarten, and actor John Marley. The painting then disappeared into the year 2000, when an elderly couple found it abandoned behind a California brewery that had been turned into an art space. In February of 2000, the California couple put up the painting on eBay with an ad which chilling claimed that the painting was cursed. When we received this painting, we thought it was really good art. A picker had found it behind an old brewery. At the time, we wondered a little why a seemingly perfectly fine painting would be discarded like that. Today, we don't. One morning, our 4.5-year-old daughter claimed that the children in the picture were fighting and coming into the room during the night. Now, I don't believe in UFOs or Elvis being alive, but my husband was alarmed. To the amusement, he set up a motion-triggered camera for the night. After 3 nights, there were pictures. The last 2 pictures shown are from the stakeout. After seeing the boy exiting the painting under threat, we decided the painting has to go. Please judge for yourself. Before you do, please read the following warning and disclaimer. The ad circulated around the internet with 30,000 views. Many people who look at the hands resist them claimed feeling queasy or faint, being gripped by unseen force, or hot air would come from the painting, or hearing disembodied voices. Children would run away from the painting in its presence. Others claimed viewing the painting online would make them feel unease. The painting is currently in Perception Gallery by owner Kim Smith in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's currently under paranormal investigation. Painter Bill Stoneham was surprised to hear all this. His thoughts on all of this is, we live in an age of science and revelation, and hard realities and hard facts. But we are still drawn to the mysterious. And what is more mysterious than paintings? More than any other object, paintings are a one-of-the-kind thing created by someone using their hands.